What you can see is a 1,000 square feet studio completely filled with haze. But what you might not know is that all this haze you're looking at comes from just one unit of SmokeGENIE. That's right, and I'm going to show this clip to you again, but before I continue, let's explain what exactly is going on. Basically, if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of SmokeGENIE content right now, saying it's amazing, game-changing, you should buy one. But as much as we are happy with it, there isn't really an objective way of measuring the actual power of the SmokeGENIE. In particular, the professional features, like continuous modes, hang time, downtime, safety, battery life, things that professionals actually want when they're buying a smoke machine. And so, introducing the experiments, a video series dedicated to putting the smoke machine into test conditions so that you just don't hear it from us, but you also see for yourself what exactly you are buying. Sounds fair? Let's go. So for the venue, this is the Black Box Theatre of the Typo Art Center, a newly built facility. In fact, it's very hard to book, so we only had one day to shoot everything we wanted. At the end, we managed to film 4 experiments, and this one that you're looking at right now is the fill test, basically looking at how much smoke we can make inside the room. So before we do the test, there are a few things that we need to do, and that's to check all the components of the machine. So first, it would be the batteries, make sure it's on full power. And the second thing is, of course, the chamber. You also want to fill that to full. And then afterwards, because we're doing a haze test, we'll be using a haze fan. And we'll give around 2 minutes, which we think is an acceptable time for making haze in an indoor studio. And now, let's begin. Now, the immediate thing you can notice is that the handheld form factor really helps. Right now you can move around to, for example, closer to the light source, where you can just make sure the haze is in where you want it to be. This is not possible in previous machines. And now we're going to fast forward the clip so that you can see exactly right till the end. Right now it's up to 2 minutes. The difference between our SmokeGENIE and normal smoke machines is that there's a set time where you want the smoke to settle for a bit, let's say for another minute or so, where the smoke now becomes a truly hazed up environment. And now you can see the before and after scene, which is before the haze, and now after this field test, this is what it looks like. Now since we've got the location, we didn't just shoot with one SmokeGENIE. As we know from industry standards, actually a lot of Hong Kong film productions, they rent out multiple units of SmokeGENIEs to haze up for their rooms. And so the magic number, as it turns out, is 3 machines. And so we did the exact same test using 3 SmokeGENIEs to see how it looks like in real world environments. And we would expect a much faster result, and as you would see in the video. So we didn't just give it 2 minutes, we gave it half the time, 1 minute. But as you can see, the results are just completely another level. Right? On the 30-second mark, you can see it's completely filled up. And we'll just let it run to 1 minute. And I would say right now it's slightly overblown for 1,500 square feet. You might want the smoke to be a bit less, so maybe for me I would use 2 machines. But right now, just so you see the effect. Now I have to pause the video right there because for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you can see in the before image there is still a very clear light beam. And that is because there is already haze before we start the video. Now if you know what I just said, we only had 1 day to shoot the entire series, so between every shot, we had to clear the room out of haze every time we do another take. But the problem is, it was so difficult. You can see in these behind the scene footages that we had huge fans blowing out the smoke out of the theater, but it still had some remaining. And that just to show how powerful the hanging power of our smoke. But as you can see, the before and after images is still very clear, and so we felt that's still a fitting experiment to put for now. And so that's the field test video. Now as you can see, I have fast forwarded a bit of this video, so if you want to see the full uncut version of these experiments video, we have another version that's actually uploaded on our YouTube channel. Check that out video, that's the second one, and I'll see you tomorrow.